So, what is this film about?
You know, it's about capturing the thoughts and feelings and unscripted responses from children. You know, where I wanted to be able to show that despite the lack of time in this lifetime that children have had here on this earth, and maybe less experiences, there can still be a wisdom that comes from their innocence and their purity, and bring some lighthearted yet touching stuff from their perspective about life.
Why is it important?
I think that, you know, in life we get caught up with the day-to-day stuff, with the stress, you know, as we live in this life longer, we can sometimes become desensitized or take things for granted and no longer appreciate the basic stuff. And I think that when we speak to or we hear from and actually really listen to the mind of a child, or a mind of someone that still has that innocence or purity, that it can bring us a lot of wisdom ourselves, right?
What does it mean for you?
Well, I have my own mission in this lifetime, and that is to try to contribute towards creating good stuff in the world, or in the community, or in the lives of those I love, and just try and make things, or even come back to a wholesome and wholesome and pure and even spiritual place of living and being, and that includes being loving and having peace, or being peace, and spreading the positivity. And what was the question again? What does it mean for me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I feel that the projects that I do contribute towards spreading that. And you know, one thing we can all say is that we have all been children, and we all know what it feels like to be children, and we may sometimes forget. And I want us to reconnect with that part of who we are, because I think it's important that we don't forget the beautiful parts of what it is to be a child and to have that sort of innocence.
What can you hope can come from it?
I hope that we spread the goodness and the wisdom. I hope that there are things that can be said, and it can trigger thought or discussions. I hope that this will be able to be spread to as many people as possible. I hope that it will encourage kids to also be able to express their thoughts and feelings, and know that we believe that it's also very important and we value that. And it can also remind us adults that we need to listen. And I hope it spreads far. And I'm grateful to my team. Francis, Andrea, Dominic, and others who are coming. And also King. King, come here. Come here, boy. And say hi. Come here. Come here. Say hi. Come here. Come here. You're stuck. This is King. Okay.
Thank you.